Hi everyone, here today to discuss the Fun6 project, the on-chain analytics dataset. This is the project completion video. Like our previous project, this project has been a while, finished for a while, but we're getting the completion video done now. The challenge was for Fun6 developer ecosystem. And the problem statement that we were tackling is that DBSync is the best source, or at the time was the best source of raw on-chain data, but it is highly normalized and hard to analyze or apply machine learning in its raw state. So our proposal was to build an open source analytics-ready data set of Cardano on-chain data from Cardano DBSync. Now, our approach for this, or how we plan to do it, was create a repository of SQL scripts that you can create that you can use for querying DBSync data. And to do this, we created the following views. So we created vBlock, which is essentially an enhanced version of the block table that has extra information. vPool update that has all of the information about pool updates as they happen. vPool retire, which essentially, again, pulls together all the information about pools retiring. vPool history by epoch. So this one actually gives you all of the information about every pool by epoch. So there's a record for every pool for every epoch that has what the pool parameters and everything were at that day, as well as information about delegation and whatnot. The vPool owners by epoch. This tells you which wallets are the actual owners of that pool by epoch, because it can change over time. vPool rewards detail and rewards summary gives information about the rewards. And also vAsset mint. So this gives you information about assets as they're minted. We also added a snapshot script, so script for performing chain snapshots at any given point of time of what wallets hold given assets. The project outputs, the main GitHub repository lives here, and I will show you that. So the repo is called DBSync queries, and it has some documentation here on all of the views and what they are. In order to use this, you simply check out the repo, and then use this base queries SQL file. So I'll go over to a PG admin window. Essentially, this is that base SQL file. If you just run this, it will create all of the views. Now I already have them here, so it's telling me that it's skipping some of this stuff because I already have the views created. But then if you look under views here, you'll see that we have all of these additional views, which make it a lot easier to navigate DBSync. Look at one of these, for example. We can do the vAsset mint, and this gives us all of the recent mints that have just happened. I'm just ordering by time descending. And additionally, this is something we added recently. It's a snapshot for a given policy ID and date. So essentially, you provided the policy ID here. You can edit this part and provided the date, and it will find all the tokens in circulation at that given date. So essentially, it's finding all of the UTXOs that were created and still not consumed at that given date. Because for large policy IDs, this could take a while to run, we'd recommend running this into a temporary table and then querying that table. And I ran it here on the Canucks NFT policy ID, and you can see we're collecting the stake address where these assets live. Key learnings. So I'd say there were two key learnings that we had in this project. One is the importance of leveraging external resources and not doing everything ourselves. So when we took this on, it started out kind of as a labor of love. We just, this is something that we needed for our own projects. And when we took it on as a Catalyst project, the timeline kept slipping, mainly because we had a lot on our plate at the time, and we were trying to do everything ourselves. So for the next project we did, we actually brought in people to help us with it. The other one was a technical learning around a particular use case of using windowing functions in Postgres SQL to fill in missing values. So one of our views, it was essentially a sparse data set where you had records every time a pool changed, but we wanted to create a view that had a record for every single epoch, whether or not a change occurred or not. So there were some kind of unique ways of solving that problem in Postgres. What's next? I'd say spreading the word a little bit so that people could take advantage of the work that we've done, and also just keeping the project up to date as new changes come into DBSync. So already as we were reviewing this repo today, we had to make a minor change, partly because of the way people are naming NFTs. These days, there's some non-UTF-8 characters in there, so we had to fix one of the views that was blowing up. But we'll keep updating this project and keeping it up to date as new changes happen. And that's it. Thank you.